Hello, everybody. It is Brick Street Brian's here. What about that new intro by yours truly, Brian Olson down there? How you doing, Brian?
I'm good. How about you?
I am doing a bricktastic time. Man, we got a good episode 4 for you. Sorry it took a little while between episodes here. Got some, medical issues going on, but we are back to as good as we are from before. Okay. We decided to do episode 4 and break it down into 2 episodes because there's so much content, especially when it comes to the updates, the construction stuff going on, all of that. So we'll save that for a second video. This video for episode 4, we decided to dedicate it to 4 main topics that everybody wants to know about now in the group, which is the Kingdom Nights. How's it going? Especially the food. Brian's going to cover that extensively. Annual passes. What's going on with that? The differences between gold and now our elite, where the premiums went, the silver came in, all kinds of stuff going on. Kind of compare those to the other theme parks here in the United States as well. We're going to go over some of the hotel stuff, especially the hotel policy. Obviously, there's a storm going on currently right now, and a lot of people want to know their options when they need to leave, come back, they can't make it, that kind of stuff. And then the promotions. I know everybody wants to know the current promotions for friends and family. Maybe you don't have an annual pass. Maybe you're just going to work off those promotions and stuff. So we're going to talk about third-party promoters, where to get them, how to get them, what the best ones are, who have the ridiculous amounts of fees. They kind of do the click and bait and switch on you and show a low price, and then all of a sudden it's an astronomical price. So, but that's it, right, Brian? Is there anything else specific you want to start with? We're going to dive right in.
I think we're just going to dive right in. I think we have some banners to put up as well.
So all right. Let's go ahead and do that. Thank you for reminding me there. So episode 4, once again, here we go. So we're going to go over to the Kingdom Nights one more time. We're going to talk about hotel annual passes and most importantly, promotions. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about actually is the Kingdom Nights. So I can actually bring up the website real quick for you guys. And Brian can discuss a little bit about that since you've been up there since then. Right, Brian?
Yep. So, yeah, I was actually at the first night of Kingdom Nights last Friday just to kind of check out what's going on there, just to give us content for the group. And I was able to see kind of what was going on. This is the itinerary that they have for the Kingdom Nights. What I got to see there was, a good amount of people were enjoying themselves with some type of activity going on at the castle play area within the hotel lobby. I'm not sure what they were doing, but it was like maybe a scavenger hunt of some sort.
Okay.
They were provided with some paper crowns for each kid to wear, which was kind of cool. And I got to see a fairy and a wizard walking around, non-Lego characters, but just, costumed employees dressed up as a wizard and a fairy, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, the buffet food that they had was absolutely amazing for a buffet and for the Sleepover.
Yeah, let me go ahead and put that up for you here. So here's the basic menu, so you can kind of talk about those options, and then we can be more specific.
So here's the Kingdom Nights buffet menu. The menu is a little bit more diverse than the Ninja Nights menu, so it's got a lot more options for people's palates. So for salads, we have the Caesar salad, fresh vegetable crudité salad with the different sides of cheesy mashed potatoes, 4 cheese mac and cheese, battered french fries, and sauteed seasonal vegetables. For your mains, there's the build your own burger bar. So you get the build your own burger with different options, toppings, and cheeses and whatnot. Vegetable pasta primavera, prime rib carving station, king's roast herb chicken, and the dragon claws, and of course the royal dessert bar.
All right, perfect. Brian, I'm going to show some images. You can go and discuss what your favorites were and talk about those.
Sure. So here's the prime. I gotta say, the prime rib was absolutely delicious. The rub that they had on it was similar to the brisket that they have at Smokies, with a little bit changed to it to be more of a prime rib rub. And the chicken fell off the bone. So the chicken was brined for over 24 hours and then seasoned with different herbs and spices. And again, it just fell right off the bone. It was very flavorful, very juicy, and cooked to perfection.
Speaking of that chicken real quick, Brian, I just want to tell everybody, one of the major changes Levy is making this year is they will be brining all of their chicken. So I'm excited because that always makes chicken better.
Oh, absolutely. And the flavor on it is just really great for a quartered piece of chicken. And it's buffet style. So where else can you go where you have a buffet that's included in your price of your stay for Kingdom Nights, where you have literally all you can eat prime rib? I mean, look at that picture. That was a picture taken on Friday, of a prime rib that, I mean, it was delicious, cooked perfectly. And what's stopping you from getting back up to get another piece? It was really
Yeah, I
good.
can't wait for our turn to come up there and make the visit and have all this. It's going to be awesome. All right, go ahead and talk about these options here. Of course, my famous Levy is known for their Caesar salads. It's a solid choice. Solid. Yeah.
Yeah, this Caesar salad, you can't go wrong. It's a typical Caesar salad, but I gotta say the Caesar salad dressing, really, is much better than what you get at any type of other restaurant. More flavor, creamier, and coating on it, depending on how much you put on your salad, just coats everything perfectly. So
Yeah.
the seasoned vegetables, not everyone could be happy about vegetables, but the way that they season them, they're perfect. They're soft. They're not like not overly crunchy. It's cooked perfectly and flavored very well. And of course, the pasta, vegetable pasta primavera. I had some of that, and that was good as well. Sauce was pretty good on it, and the same seasoned vegetables were kind of mixed in with the pasta, so you
Awesome.
kind of get both each there. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And then the world famous dragon claws on the left there, right?
so yeah, the dragon claws, which are of course the chicken fingers or chicken strips, because
Yeah.
chickens don't have fingers,
Yep.
but
That
you
was
can't go
that
wrong.
was a good post. Yeah. If you don't know, Brian was having an argument with his twin sister on how you know they're not really dragon claws; they're chicken fingers. I said just to let you both know, they're not chicken fingers because chickens don't have fingers; they only have toes. Yeah. And then the world famous, delicious battered French fries, right? Oh,
Yeah,
love those.
yeah, they're always crispy. They're never soggy, and they're just cooked really well.
Gotcha. And then you could talk about everybody's favorite, the desserts.
Yeah, so they nailed it on this bread pudding. These little squares right here with the I think they were chocolate chips. I can't remember. I did have one piece of it, and I should have gone up for more, but it had a caramel glaze on top, which made it a little chewy on the top, but the inside was very soft. So it was actually a really interesting texture when it came to bread pudding. And of course, the
Nice.
brownies. The brownies were super moist, super soft, and of course, chocolatey goodness.
All right, perfect. All right, so overall, much better for Kingdom Knights than Ninjago, just because of the choice selections. Right, this is more traditional. It's more front end American. They even have a build your own burger bar. So it's some exciting stuff going on there for that. Let's go ahead and move on. We're going to move on to annual passes. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into that section here on this back end, and then we'll light up the banner here in a second for that too. So when it comes to the big move, when it comes to annual passes, is of course everybody's gold pass is now turned into an elite pass. Only one other park so far, I think it's California. We'll look at that in a second. Also has the elite pass. So, and then remember there was a premium pass at one time. There was a standard pass at one time. They added in the silver annual pass. We won't go into too much discussion, but I'm sure it will be useful for some and you will be surprised at how many people choose to use it. Okay. It is half the price of the Elite Pass, but it does have a lot of restrictions. It has blockout dates. But for somebody local who wants to go and use it, like when there's down times and less busy times, I think it's going to be a good option. And I think you'll be surprised at how many people end up with that pass. And then the Elite Pass. We can discuss a little bit about the Elite Pass. I personally think the Elite Pass was built and designed in order to allow special events built in to the pass. That's why I went from 229 to 299. This is just me personally. This is not Legoland in any way. I have no idea if that's why. I have no idea the realistic attributes of that. But Brian, would you agree? You think that's what's going on?
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that way as well because everyone had
Yeah.
the actual gold pass printed, and when it was printed, it did
On the
say that
card, the physical card, right?
yeah, the physical card said does not include brick or treat, and I think that the elite is going to be the best pass to get when it comes to additional content or additional events going on at the park. So brick or treat
Yeah, and of
and
course they have to
whatever
cover
else.
that. There was a lot of expense that went into that, and there'll be a lot more expense going into it to upgrade it every single year. So, this is the way that they can cover those charges, right? They are also a business. They have to, cover their expenses. So, that's what I believe because most of us out there, if not all of us out there, there are some that don't expire till the end of the year because they didn't activate theirs yet, but because they didn't go, so that's fair. But for everybody else who went last year and experienced it all, and they included Brick or Treat. It was a great, nice little bonus that they gave us. But most of our passes are going to expire August 31st, which obviously Brick or Treat and all the other special events, the Christmas events and stuff like that are going to come after that. So everybody who renews will be renewing at this other price, the $299.99 price. It's still going to include the parking. It's still going to include the discounts, the hotel discounts and all that, the attractions and stuff like that. I wonder if it will eventually include Peppa the Pig because of that price difference, or if we're just going to get those discounted tickets for Peppa down there that we could possibly get. I don't know because some people say we can get those, some people say we can't get those, so I'm not sure if that's going to play out in the long run either. But let's take a look at just some of the other parks, for instance, on their Lego Pass operations and offerings. So currently, right now, New York only has two. They have the Silver and the Elite. Okay. So if we take a look over here in Florida, which is, most people compare us to Florida for some reason, they just automatically do. So they've got a couple of different resident options with the monthly options and stuff like that too, that you can pay monthly if you're a Florida resident. But they have the Brick Pass, the Awesome Pass, the Awesomer Pass, which is now sold out, okay, and the Awesomest Pass. Yes, I've heard of annual passes selling out. Have you, Brian?
I'm not familiar with them ever selling out, so I was actually surprised to see
What?
that. Yeah.
Okay, so I worked for the Mouse for 10 years, and I know the annual passes sell out and have not been offered at certain points. Universal has done that. Disney has done that. SeaWorld has done that. Busch Gardens has done that too. So I was not surprised one bit. People always will argue you that the annual pass holders spend more in the parks. Statistically, that is not factual. Okay. So that's why when Disney brought their season passes and annual passes back this year, they were so expensive. They were not only wanting to limit the number of them, but they were also trying to recover the losses of them. I'm not saying that some of you out there do not spend hundreds or thousands of dollars a year when you're visiting the parks, like Brian down there, or just going for a burger and spending extra on kits and sets that he collects. All you collectors out there, okay, and true diehard Lego fans. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the majority of the statistic of people like me, okay? Where I go, I pay for my refill, and that's pretty much it, right? So, and I'm not constantly buying an item every single time I go in the gift shop and stuff like that. So statistically, so that's what's going to happen. I know they sold a lot of the passes for the $99. I know they sold a lot of passes after that. I think they're at a very high capacity level of their passes, not just Florida, New York, okay, as well. And that's why that particular pass, because of its benefits, sold out. So we're not going to go into the comparisons of the different values and the different passes here because that would be an entire different video. But we just want to let you know, like, those are the options down in Florida right now, including the Awesomer Pass, which is now gone, okay, which would be the next closest thing to the Gold Pass. So the other option is that pass is sold out and will never come back, because that might be why they got rid of that pass, or that pass is sold out now, because that's the equivalent of the Gold Pass price, right? So now they would have the Awesome Pass, which is the local one, and then they would have the Awesomest Pass. And then they've got that Brick Pass, okay, which is strictly for the Legoland Florida, okay? So now let's go over to California real quick. First off, this shocked me and Brian. When you go to Legoland's annual pass site, they have a special going on right now for buy 3, get 1 free. I think that would be awesome if Legoland New York had that. especially for the families of 4. Me and Brian were families of 3, so it doesn't help us out that much. But for all of you out there that have more than 4, that's a great value. Okay, so if they can somehow work that out where they can match that, I think that would be fantastic. Okay, but like I said, let's take a look. They've got 4 still. They've got their silver pass. They've got the old verbiage like New York had, the gold annual pass, the platinum annual pass, the elite annual pass, and they're all available for California, which has the water park and the regular park, just like Florida. So we don't know what's going on. You know, maybe those will still stay there, maybe those won't still stay there. But just to let you know, those are all the options for California. Okay. All right. And then we're going to just quickly go over the options for here in New Jersey, because I personally bought my gold pass originally at Sea Life because Sea Life was supposed to open first, Brian. I think I told you this. So I bought mine there at the $229 price. I do not have $99 season passes like most of you out there do. Okay. So Sea Life was supposed to open first, and then all of a sudden it got delayed. So then I contacted them and said, wait, Legoland New York's going to open first now. So I'd rather that happen. So I got a refund on the Sea Life annual passes, and then I immediately bought my Legoland annual passes so that I could book preview days, just like everybody else. So that's kind of the process that I took place and had. But they only have memberships now on their website. They don't even offer the gold pass. I'm not sure if they're going to start offering the elite pass instead of the gold pass. But they only have memberships currently on both the NJ Sea Life page. Okay, they're called memberships there for Sea Life. And then they call them annual passes still at Legoland Discovery Center. But once again, they only have that annual pass for Legoland itself. They don't have any other options available down there. And as you can see, there's a little link there that says, hey, if you're a pass holder from before, click here, and we'll give you more information about like operational stuff and what to do and all that kind of stuff. So just a general heads up on annual passes, kind of what's going on with annual passes, the reasoning we think behind the new name, behind the new features, kind of adaptations that Legoland has to do in order to be a business itself. Okay. And once again, that's just my personal opinion of why that operational and name change is taking place. Okay. So don't even get Brian involved, right? Brian, you don't want to be involved?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right. So now, next shift. Now we're going to talk about something that goes on every day, especially whenever there's rain, whenever there's snow, whenever there's some sort of act of nature coming in. What does everybody say, Brian? What do they say?
What
Is
do I
the
do?
hotel gonna close?
Yeah. Is the hotel
Right?
gonna close? And
Like I've
it's not.
never I've worked for Disney for a long time, worked for other locations for a long time. I never heard of a hotel closing because of bad weather, right? Even when the hurricanes came into Florida, we hunkered down. We didn't close the hotels. We closed the parks earlier, closed the parks for a day, right? Because of damage and recovery and stuff like that. But the hotel doesn't close. That's where everybody has to go to stay and shelter.
Yeah.
So that's always the question. And then just before we do that, I just wanted to show you some of the special offers going on besides the Sleepover Series, which we discussed already. They still have that option for the 2-day vacation package up on their website. Okay. So, but Brian, because Brian is all about policies and big numbers, we'll go over the policy in just a second. Okay. And he loves telling people that, oh, you didn't purchase the trip protection plan? That's a shame, right? Yeah. So we'll discuss that in a second. I wanted to show you some of the add-ons. Some people don't know. Some are new. Some are not so new. We'll discuss our opinions of each. The Hotel Valley parking, Brian, cracks me up. Cracks you up, right?
Don't pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, for people that live in that environment and they want to spend the $30 to have somebody like drive their car 50 yards, go for it. It's literally the same exact parking lot, 50 yards from the front door, right, Brian?
Yeah, it's really
one
close.
whole row of parking. So, I mean, if you're into it and you want that experience and you're all about that package, grab it. Now, the other two things that I would highly encourage you doing one or the other of, because I think beneficially, they're worth it, especially if you pay more for the room, because then the percentage that you're paying for this is less. And if they offer it, great. The early check-in, which gets you 12 p.m. check-in instead of 4 p.m., which is, I think, is great. Okay. And then the late checkout, if you're more of that type of person, which would prefer late checkout instead, gives you the 2 p.m. checkout instead of 11 a.m. I think those are both highly valuable. Brian, do you agree?
Yeah, I would definitely see myself using the late checkout versus the early check-in. because if you're checking in early, even if your room isn't ready, at least there is stuff to do at the hotel.
Yep,
You can still go to the bar, have a drink, or your kids can go play in the play area. There's stuff to do, and especially if you have tickets for that day, or if you're an annual pass holder and you're staying at the park, or I'm staying at the hotel, you can go to the park and you can wait
of
until your room
course.
is ready. But if you want to stay extra hours for late checkout, I could see that being more beneficial, which is nice to see them
Hashtag
both at the
not
same
sponsored
price.
by G0. Okay. All right. Just want to cover my bases there. These days, not an ad. So now I'm gonna have to add a little disclaimer, not an ad. All right, here we go. So the last one, I personally have never been. I've been to the Castle Fun Center 10 years ago, played mini golf and left. I know there's a lot more to do there now. We are still debating on if there's enough there to do for 5 hours. But some of you out there, if you want to give your opinion, go ahead and give your opinion down below and comment. That would let us know. Thank you. Um, but these are the options that you have, which are really cool. You can add these on. The 3 hours, I don't know how much it is if you just drive over there and purchase these. I guess we should have looked that up and then we could have give you a better option, but maybe we'll add that in a comment down below as well, just to let you know what the prices are. Because I do know that there's no refund, right? Somebody already had this comment on the group that was trying to cancel last minute because they had discovered that there was actually more to do at the hotel and they didn't want to go drive over there. So, but we don't know. But here's the options. You got 3 hours for 59, 5 hours for 69. Okay. Now the next one's kind of interesting because the hotel does not currently have any kind of pool or water area, okay, open. Even the park obviously is not open. They offer this Cartwright add-on, which is going to give you access to Cartwright's water park. I've been to Cartwright's in water park, and we stayed recently. It's gorgeous. It's super nice. I don't know if it's worth $240 for 8 hours. Obviously, this would include however many people in your party because it says price below is total for your family. And then under two is free, it says there, but per day. I don't know. It's about a 30 to 45 minute, depending on traffic. Obviously, drive up there, right? Brian, have you been to the car rate?
No, I haven't, not yet.
Okay, okay. It is gorgeous. Comparatively to Great Wolf, the indoor water park is 5 times better. It's because it's a lot newer and it has, a great roof where it's like if it's a sunny day out, it looks just like daylight inside. It's just gorgeous. But um, I don't know because like during when the park's not open, I think it would be a good add-on, I guess. But why not just stay at the cart rate? I don't. I'm so confused at this option because if it's summer and it's in Legoland, they're gonna have the splash pad open and stuff like that. And some point in time, the pool area will be open. So I just don't. I guess for people that want to use it, this is awesome. I just don't know who that is. Let me know if you've done that and added it on, and if it was worth your time. Comment below. I like being the YouTube guy. Comment below. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Now, Brian, my voice is getting raspy. It's time for you to talk about hotel policy.
Yeah, so a lot of posts recently have been about the weather, and we had a snowstorm today. Today's Saturday, March 12th. So a lot of concerns and comments about what do I do about my cancellations or moving to a different day for the hotel. And here's a cancellation policy for reservations on Legoland's website. We can read it here, but it's unless you buy the package that includes to change your date or to cancel, it's you can't do anything. There's no cancellations, changes, refunds are allowed. If the cancellation or no show occurs, then all monies are forfeited. So you're gonna lose out. So for people who didn't
Yep.
want to travel today because of the snow, I mean, you didn't buy the package, unfortunately, you just lost out your money.
Yeah, like day of and like day before, or like forecasts can change over time, but forecasting these days is pretty good. The fact that we can get a 21-day forecast and it's 50 to 80% reliable on like basic things like a storm is coming or not how much and not how bad, and that can change on the fly, but like the fact that it's coming. We knew it was coming. 7 days ago, this storm was coming, and even 5 days ago. So I know I wish this was a 3-day policy instead of a 5-day policy, or they had sort of like a cancel up to 24-hour policy and only lose the first night kind of a thing, or like something like that. I know some of you are only going for one night, so it wouldn't matter, or 2 nights, so but for those people that are going for multiple nights, I think that would help. And 5 days is so far out that there's a lot of stuff that can go awry, right? Like there's a lot of things that could go within even with the 5 days. But the fact that you can get that, and it's 8.5% of the total package, Brian, right?
Yep.
And it is the total package. Since this is a vacation package, it's going to include everything for you. So if you do any of those add-ons and stuff like that, it's going to be 8.5% of that too. So just to let everybody know. Yeah. All right. Now, what everybody wants to hear. I wish I had a fake drum roll, right? This is a popular topic on the site, and I've been working on it for a long time and dragging. And I thought a lot more changed, and a lot has changed since last year's promotional page. So if you remember, we have this huge thing that we're going to post. It'll be up unfeatured. But we just want to discuss some of the things going on and like some of the operations and stuff like that. For a while, a lot of third parties didn't have anything. And then all of a sudden they popped up with some really good deals, like pre-sale, preseason deals, which some people out there got. And then the packages, obviously the promotion codes that are on the packages. This was missed the most. My favorite and all-time favorite promotion is, of course, Brian, what is it?
The BOGO.
The Lego BOGO, right? The Lego BOGO. It is a Merlin attractions for Discovery Centers and parks promotion. Okay, buy one get one free ticket. That's it. And they had that last year. Buy one get one free, 3 and up. And now all of a sudden, almost all of the promotions have converted to the buy one get one free, 3 and up, or buy a discounted ticket for 3 and up. They've gotten rid of all the. There are some still out there. Buy one adult get one kid ticket. I'm not sure why you would do that over the buy one get one free ticket, but maybe the availability is different. Just to let you guys know, so you may want to check that. But when it comes to a sense of operational type stuff, the buy one get one free is by far the best. And you get 2 tickets. I think the total comes out to like $91.82, so $92. So you're talking $46 a ticket, which is nice. So that's for the Lego parks. The Little Debbie, however, the Target and the Honest Kids still have promotions. They extended theirs through this year as well. Some go mid-year, like April. Some go June, July. And then I think Little Debbie is actually the only one that extends all the way to December 31st of 2022, which is all listed on our site. We list off what parks and what areas and which ones can work for what. Like I said, if you're going to Sea Life, the Lego Parks one does not work, but the other will, with the buy one, get one free. Okay. And Brian helped me. We discovered what was the package options, right? What was on the buy one, get one frees. We updated that. I personally have Sam's Club. I personally have AAA. I personally have Entertainment Book. Brian's showing you what it looks like on the back there, so look for those.
Yeah, anyone who purchases like these Lego poly bags, they come on different sets. They will have a Legoland coupon on the back. Just make sure that the code and the date, actually make sure the date is actually valid.
I'm going to make it bigger so everybody can see real quick. Okay, so this is the spreadsheet that we'll send everybody. So you can share those with your friends or anything like that. Okay. So we go back up to the top here. Those are those. So as for now, right now, Sam's Club and AAA both have the 35% off. This is where it's like the bait and switch. They advertise a great price, $46.79 and $47.59 accordingly. And then they tack on, what was it, Brian? 29% for one and 31% for the other one. So they end up coming out to $60.19 for a ticket and $62.58. So obviously the BOGO is better for independent tickets, but if you have that odd person or odd number, like 5 or 7, okay, or 9, okay, then you're going to have to get these discounted tickets at the other rate. So that's just up to you. And just to let you guys all know, we're not sure about the discount on the certificate kid. We're not sure if they have fees or not, but you do need an account. So we didn't want to do that and see that. It's up to you. Groupon has this funny one that's $81.61 there, which is actually just about at the same price as it's actually more than some of the Legoland ticket prices, because sometimes on the weekdays for Legoland's website, you can get it down to $67.99, and they have very little. It's just like a tax. It's like a tax fee. It's like pretty much nothing. So, and even when you buy the Legoland tickets, the discounted one is like $84.99. Okay, and it comes out to like $86 for the ticket. So, we were laughing at how much it was not that much of a discount. It is still a discount for Sam's Club and AAA. Not much. Okay, less than 10%, right, Brian? We calculated it out, less than 10%. So, especially if you're going on a weekday. If you're going on a weekend, it's a little bit more, maybe up to like 15%, but still. So, very interesting, right, Brian? Yeah. So, but I think that's it. I think we covered everything. Let me check on our slideshow to make sure we got everything that we wanted to get. I think we did. Let's go ahead and go back to the main page here. So, and that's it. I think we covered everything that we wanted to cover for today. So, well,
Yeah.
once again, we went over the Kingdom Nights, the food, the annual passes, the hotel policy information. We will provide links to everything right after the video here. We'll get it posted up on the group somewhere for you, especially the promotions page we'll put up there, and we'll leave it in featured all season. So, but I think that's it. And we're going to tease episode 5. And then we're going to call it now episode 5. I think we're going to do on mostly construction updates, right, Brian? Hopefully, we'll get some new pictures of the area of what it's looking like. We have some from previous, and we might do some more stuff that's listed on the website to help everybody out. And then whatever topics you guys give us. So I think that's it. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, I think that's it. There was one comment from the Facebook group on, what should we do at the hotel when it's bad weather? So let's say you're staying at the hotel and the park is closed. So people who stayed for the Sleepover Series this weekend, today, access to the park was not available. So, well, what do you do? Well, there are activities at the hotel. We posted quite a bit of them in our last video. So do check out our other video on those activities, because the hotel does have things going on. Creative workshop, the play area, at nighttime. There's the story reading and the dance parties and stuff. But obviously during the day, like, what do you do? I know my son's 3 years old, so him just playing in the room with Legos was, fantastic to him.
Right?
But check out our other video of like what is there to
Yeah, and the
do
Lego
at the
movies
hotel.
too, right? You can just chill in the hotel room and watch a Lego movie.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yep.
All right, perfect. Here we go. I'm gonna show you real quick. They are hiring. They need a lot of employees to get this thing operational and running. Both Legoland and Levy. Okay, so food and beverage operator for Legoland Resort. If you want a job and you're looking for a job, they have great benefits. They have great pay. You get obviously all the benefits probably included in that. Getting in park, you probably get tickets for your family, all that kind of stuff. So just like it says here, they have job things all the time where you can go and get gift cards just for showing up and stuff like that. So I highly encourage you, if you know anybody, if you want to join, get up there, get interested, and that's it. So with that being said, this is Brian Cook.
And this is Brian Olson.
Have a fantastic day.
Take care.
See ya.